Hello everyone, it is your DJ for life and I am coming to you from the Fountain of Youth here in St. Augustine, Florida. And I have never been here. I've heard of it but never been here, and going to take a look around here today. I actually don't know too much about it. I know at the end, or at least at some point during it, you can take a drink from the actual Fountain of Youth. And, you know, maybe it'll make me look a little bit younger. Who knows? But here we are at the very entrance of it. And it has these cool things that, cool plants anyway, that I saw. I have no idea what they are, but holy crap. The leaves are huge. Like, each one of them is the size of a freaking small child, it seems like. Or something. Oh, man. But, if you know what kind of plants these are, leave a comment down below, because definitely not you know, I don't study plants, not a botanist here, but let me know if you know what those are. And also another cool thing here, and apparently we are able to feed them at some point, so we'll see if we get a chance to do that. But they have peacocks roaming around. And if we get a chance to feed them, that'd be pretty cool. It'd be a little different than feeding a prairie dog. I don't know if they come up to you and peck your hand or what they do for feeding, but maybe we'll get to see here. And as you come in here, directly to your right, you'll get to see a place where you can take some photos. Has a peacock, which I thought was real at first, but apparently just a statue of one here. And over here we have big clay pots that maybe were used to transport things in ships. Other things here at the Fountain of Youth, you can see different cannons and cannonballs, and sometimes they have a show for you. So if we get a chance, we'll see that too. Right over here, as I was saying, you can see cannons, and it looks like this one is really old. I have no idea how old it is, but way older than me, that's for sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look and join me for the Fountain of Youth. Here we are inside where you can actually get a drink from the Fountain of Youth, which is over there. But first, let's go ahead and take a look here at this scene here. Got natives and some explorers here. And then if you can see back there, you can see there's a ship kind of behind those people. There it goes. And it's making its way through the ocean, and there is another ship there, and it looks like it's actually moving around. Makes it look like the waves are in motion, and I think that's a pretty cool touch to it. And there is a little bubbling bit of water. Here it is, the Fountain of Youth. You can get your cups here and go over here and take a drink from the Fountain of Youth. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Have my cup in hand, and let's get a drink. Alright, here's to looking younger for years to come. Well, it tastes like normal water, but maybe it has some healing properties in it. We'll find out. I'll let you know in about 40 years. And after you get the water from the Fountain of Youth, you can take a look here at this scene, where they have a hut, bringing some food, probably just went hunting. It says here it is the Timucuan, if I'm saying it correctly, village life. It says that the Timucuan Indians under Chief Saloy lived successfully at this site for 3,000 years. They welcomed Pedro Menendez when he arrived in 1565 and helped him establish the first settlement of St. Augustine. And then just up here a little bit, there's some flags depicting the different historical times for Florida here in 2400 BC. Ancestors of the Timucua began making pottery. 1513 is when Juan Ponce de Leon claims Florida for Spain. And 1565, Pedro Menendez I'm butchering all these names probably, settles San Augustine. And then in 1586, Sir Francis Drake raids St. Augustine. And 1587, a year later, Friar Antonio de Escobedo establishes the mission of Nombre de Dios on these grounds. Another little interactive attraction part that you can do here is try your hand at tying these different knots. This one here is a round, turn, and 2/2 hitches, and you can untie it and try and see if you can follow the instructions to make another one. Got a clove hitch knot, a reef knot, and then it tells like what they're used for generally. For example, this one says it's a reef knot is an ancient and simple knot used for securing a rope around an object. This knot can be seen on ancient Egyptian statues as a knot that secures a belt around a person's waist, and at sea it is used for many tasks, including securing the bottom of a sail to the bottom or to the boom, or for taking in reefing a sail to make its area smaller. And another interactive part here is haul on the 3 ropes and raise each barrel to the same height. It says which one uses the most rope and which one requires the most strength. So here you have, it says block and tackle, different ratios, 1-to-1, 2-to-1, and 4-to-1. So we're going to go ahead and pull on each rope to see which one's easier. We got 60 pounds of weight. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. So it's like you're lifting the exact amount. Here's one that's 2-to-1. A lot easier. So then you can lift it. It's like lifting 30 pounds. And here's a 4-to-1, which should be the easiest. If you don't get rope burn, that's one thing to look out for because I just did. Well, this might be easier if the knot wasn't there. But for that little bit, it was easy. And it'd be like lifting 15 pounds. And here you can see this ancient cannon here. All of these here are ancient cannons that definitely have seen their better days. But that one over there is where they will be firing it from. And apparently they only use 2 ounces of gunpowder as opposed to the normal 1.5 pounds of gunpowder in a regular cannon firing here. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like.
Guess what we're not going to do today? Now, even though that would be pretty impressive, something you would forget for a while, you also wouldn't be able to hear anything for about an hour, so we're not going to do that. We're going to fire in smaller loads. After we fire the cannon, I'll tell you how much gunpowder it is. We actually use, I think you'll be surprised. The other thing is that we're not actually firing a cannonball out of a cannon, even though it sounds like it would be fun. Marine Patrol and Coast Guard are out there, and they don't see it that way. So this is going to be a blank shot only. Now, it's not so loud it's going to damage your hearing. However, we do recommend
definitely a loud noise and pretty startling, even if you are expecting it. So here is the view from the top of the watchtower, and over there in the distance is the Volano Bridge, which apparently goes to Volano. Now, apparently seagulls are more friendly, because there they are just sitting there. Oh, no, that one's running away. Alright, let's see if this one lets us get close. Nope. Nope, it doesn't. Alright, so seagulls at least just let you get closer. And then they fly away. Oh, that guy's gonna go soon too. Enjoy your flight. Here we have the Fountain of Youth statue of Ponce de Leon. That's the back side of him. But we'll go to the front in a little bit here. It says, the Fountain of Youth is maintained here as a memorial to Juan Ponce de Leon, discoverer of Florida and its first Spanish governor from 1513 to 1521. And here we are in the front. And he says some facts here of Juan Ponce de Leon, born in Spain in 1460, governor of San Juan, which is now Puerto Rico, from 1509 to 1511. He made the first recorded sea voyage to what is now the United States of North America, making his first landing in the vicinity of St. Augustine in the first permanent European settlement in the USA. And there is a life-size statue of him. He's 4'11", not a very tall guy, kind of like Napoleon, but had some money, had some power, and helped establish this area. Alright, so now we are going to get some peanuts so we can feed the peacocks. And as you can see, the peacocks probably know I'm about to get them some food. So they're gathering around. All you have to do, put a little quarter in here, get out the peanuts, which they say is not for human consumption, and toss it to them. Oh man, they sure like their peanuts. There you go. This reminds me of feeding ducks one time when I was at a park in Minnesota, and they had a sign saying not to feed ducks, but that was far down. So, of course, I didn't follow that. But if you give them fries, they will have one take it and then run all over. This kind of reminds me of that. Even the pigeons like this. There you go, guys. Whoa! There. Oh, yeah, you really want it, don't you? All right. Enjoy your nuts. They sure like their food. Oh, look. Baby peacocks. Aren't they cute? I should have fed you guys first. And there we are. There is a tour of the Fountain of Youth here in St. Augustine, Florida. We took roughly about 2 hours, and we didn't stop at everything, but you could easily spend probably 2 to 3 hours here. If you're really into history, I'm sure you could spend a little bit more time here looking around. A lot of fun facts about the area here. And those pots in the beginning apparently are used for catching or collecting rainwater, and each of them could weigh like up to a half ton. So definitely wouldn't be good if you and your wife got it and she was saying, I think I want it over here now, because not really much moving that. So hopefully you can decide on one place if you ever get one of those, and keep it there and collect probably 100 gallons of rainwater if you ever need it. And some of the other things that are kind of cool to watch, just at least for a few minutes out of the heat here in Florida, get into some air conditioning. They have a planetary show there, about 15 minutes long or so, maybe a little bit less. They also have a Discover Globe show, and that one's about the same time frame there. And they both give some information about the area, about how they use the stars for navigation back in the day of when this was discovered, and about how they, with the Discovery Globe one, about the paths taken for the travel here by Christopher Columbus and Ponce de Leon back in the day. And we got a friendly little peacock here just hanging out, which is pretty cool how they sure like their peanuts. But anyway, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Right now I have some that are posted from the State Fair, the Minnesota State Fair. Some from Concordia, Kansas. I have some unique food tasting ones right now. And by the time this is uploaded, I should have some from South Dakota and Wyoming, checking some of those out there if you want to take a look. And join me for the next adventure.